when we went to the film, they announced that there was an essay contest. I went and saw with my whole grade, the one about Najma, who was a girl from Yemen. I really admired the girl who was about. From the society that she lived in, which is really different from what I live in, she was still able to be who she was and act the way she wanted to, regardless of what people thought of her. I don't think many people are able to do that.
The essay contest is called the Nellie Wong Magic for Movies Essay Contest. We get submissions from all over the Bay Area. We had around 300 submissions. San Francisco, Marin County, the East Bay, as far down the peninsula as Palo Alto.
In my essay, I wrote about how she refused to wear a veil and how she didn't cover up who she was. How people do that today, they kind of cover up who they are. We should all shed our veils and just be who we are. That's kind of like the joy of writing and reading. Because like when you read a book, you can relate it to your life. When you write, you can take resonance with it.
I've been working with Ciara since 7th grade. The theme of our course is windows and mirrors. Reading this piece of literature from another culture, what are we seeing as a window into that person, creating empathy and understanding, but also what are some things that do resonate with us? What is the difference between this question, have you ever felt excluded? And what if grades were given out based on eye color? In 7th grade English, reading Old Man and the Sea, I had made this connection. Santiago was carrying the broken down boat on his back up the beach. That reminds me of Christ carrying the cross. The teacher said, "You must have read the Spark Notes." It really just turned me off from the rest of the class. I can always keep that in the back of my mind. Making sure I am an enthusiastic supporter of original ideas. A lot of what we do is like kind of individual conferencing. In that one-on-one relationship that we've established, she's got some more specific coaching.
She always writes like really informative comments, so I know like what to improve upon. And she tells you have a good voice, so you should keep writing. I was really excited when I found out that I won.
She won.
We could all take a lead from her and take off our veils, challenge the time, break the status quo. We can remove what covers our identity and show off the person inside. We can let go of shame and embarrassment, embrace our imperfections. The most refreshing thing in the world is the removing of that veil. I know because I've done it. The world looks like it has been bathed in acceptance, and if you fear that the sun will burn you, you are wrong. It will be the most warming feeling in the world. It really touched us as jurors. A minority of the essays have that ability to express themselves and have that resonance.
She has this ability to think symbolically, to think deeply, and yet, like we were talking about, what I try to teach the girls is transcended just that movie, but looked at the sort of greater implications of it.
Girls my age act differently around boys, pretending to like something that you don't like, or not saying what's on your mind, or you have really strong opinions about something, but you don't show that. You don't ever really know if people like you for who you are, or if they just kind of like you for the personality you're putting on. And I didn't really think of the money.
The grand prize for middle school was $300.
I wouldn't have been able to write that if she hadn't had that experience. She didn't get to go to school and she wanted to be a doctor, and I wrote about her, so it made sense to me that I would give my money towards that. So I donated to the Afghan Institute for Learning, half of it.
Our objective is the education for the people of Afghanistan.
And for Project Peanut Butter, it's for malnourished children, and it kind of gives them the nutrients they need without putting a strain on their system and gets them healthy again.
Something that just struck me about the type of person that she is.
It really made us feel like we made the right choice.
But I think that's also indicative of the type of girl that we try to sort of cultivate here at Hamlin. What am I looking for in this? Yeah, I may have gotten an A on this paper, but what I'm going to really focus on is where I can go next with it.